A great way to draw attention to specific text is to indent it. There are several ways in Word that you can indent text, but it's important to indent correctly so that you can save time when you edit the document. Before we look at indenting, let's click the Show Hide command on the Home tab. This will allow us to see some of the 9 printing characters such as our spacebar and tab key markings. A lot of people will use the spacebar to indent text. You can see a small dot appear each time I press the spacebar. As you can see, the dots aren't evenly spaced. This really isn't a good way to position text because it's almost impossible to align text up exactly. Let me just undo that action. The most common way to indent is to use the tab key on the keyboard. This works great when indenting the first line of a paragraph like this. You can see by default only the first line of the paragraph is indented and it indents a ½ inch. If I really wanted to indent this entire paragraph, I should use the indent command instead of the tab key. Using indent keeps every line of the paragraph lined up, whether you add or remove text layer. I actually don't want to indent this paragraph, but I do want to indent my new client list. So let's scroll down and select the list. Here. As you can see from the paragraph marks, each of these lines is a paragraph because I pressed Enter key after each one. Let's select the text and click on the Increase Indent command here. As you can see, all the text indents a ½ inch. If we increase the indent one more time, it will go another ½ inch. I actually think it looks better indenting once, so I'll just click the Decrease Indent command. Now the default indent settings can be edited. You're not stuck with the ½ inch indent. Just select the Page Layout tab. In the paragraph group, we have some indenting options. To see how these work, let's insert a sentence at the end of the report. I'm going to paste a quote I like, and I'll select the sentence. Okay, I want to indent it from both sides to draw attention to it. So I can enter a number in the field, or I can use the arrows to select the number that I want to indent it to. That looks pretty good. Now it's double indented. Now let's take a look at the tabs in Word. Above the vertical ruler on the left is the tab selector. If I hover over this, I can see that default tab stop is the left tab. I can just click this and see that the next one is center tab, then a right tab, a decimal tab, and then a bar tab. The last two of the tab stops that are related to indenting, the first line indent and the hanging indent. Let's actually talk about these. If I want to indent the first line of each paragraph a certain amount, I can set a tab stop for a first line indent. So you can see this in action. I'll just place my insertion point at the end of this paragraph. Here. Then I'll click the tab selector until the first line indent tab is visible. All right. Now just go over to the horizontal ruler and decide where you want the indent to be. I think the ½ inch look good. So just left click at the point on the ruler. Did you see the tab stop appeared on the ruler? And did you notice how the paragraph changed in the document? Now, if I press an enter key to start a new paragraph, it will automatically start and it will automatically indent to that point. I can even drag the tab stop back and forth like this. Like this, until I find the location that I'm looking for. Well, the hanging tab stop works the same way, but instead of changing the first line of the paragraph, it changes all the other lines in a paragraph. I actually don't use these tab stops all that often unless I'm dealing with lists. But depending on the documents you create, it may be something you use a lot or very little. Now let's look at 3 of the other tab stops. A left tab stop sets the start position of the text on the left, and all the text you type then appears to the right. Now, so I can show you how this works, I'm going up to the top of our document. With the left tab stop displayed, I just left click anywhere on the horizontal ruler where you want your text to start. I think a little less than ½ inch will look good. Okay. Did you see how the L-shaped tab stop appeared? Now when I press the tab key, AdWorks Agency aligns right up to that tab stop. Let's click the tab selector and give a center tab stop a try. And then click on the ruler where we want this tab to appear. Okay. Now, a center tab stop sets the position of the middle of the text. The text centers on this position as you type. So if I press the tab key again, the text AdWorks Agency appears centered on this tab. As you can guess, the right tab stop sets the text to the right. I will select the tab selector until the right tab stop appears and then click the ruler. So you can really see how this works. I'll just delete the AdWorks Agency and retype it here. You can see that as I type, the text moves to the left. Tabs are really easy to work with and gives you a lot of control over formatting. Before we wrap up this part of our report, there's a little word tool that I want to show you. I realized my report still says December 2015 while it is actually January 2016. Let's fix this really quickly. Instead of retyping, I can just use the find and replace command. Just click the replace command on the home tab. And in the find and replace dialog box, I will just type December 2015. And in the replace box, I'll type January 2016 and then click replace all and then click OK. Now this is a great feature that will allow you to find and replace specific words and phrases easily. Awesome. It's a great tool for a long report. Imagine you're working with a 20-page report and then need to find the text where topic X is mentioned. All you have to do is click the find command and then type in the topic X or whatever that you're looking for. Click the find next and the tool will begin locating all the instances in the document. Now this is a lot faster than re-looking the entire report looking for topic X. Well, that's really all you need to know about indents and tabs in Word and the find and replace commands. Try this what you've learned and you'll see how just useful these features can be.